Bosses rorting JobKeeper or entitled recipients? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee, because I think this will be an interesting one. This was an article sent to me by a viewer. So, a Gold Coast cafe worker slams the boss's JobKeeper rort, okay? Look at that title. Jenny counts herself lucky to receive the $1,500 wage subsidy, but her boss's request has left her wondering if she's being exploited. Now, this is sisters-in-law, okay? Well, just you'll see. You'll see, guys. It seems to be a common thread in some of these things. So Jenny counts herself lucky to receive the $1,500 wage subsidy, but her boss's request has left her wondering if she's being exploited. Welcome to Sisters-in-Law, news.com.au's weekly column solving all your legal problems. This week, our resident lawyers and real-life sisters, Alison and Gillian Barrett from Maurice Blackburn, tackle your legal rights when it comes to the JobKeeper programs. JobKeeper problems. Question. My boss has multiple businesses and is receiving JobKeeper payments for me to work in a cafe he owns. The business is now open reduced hours, and I'm being asked to clean for his cleaning business. Not only this, but he wants me to increase my hours up to the value of the JobKeeper payment. It feels like a rort. Oh, wow, I need to work for the money that I'm earning. Oh, no. I mean, I guess it does. It does feel like a rort because other people are getting the money and don't have to do anything. Do I have the right to say no to the cleaning work but keep my job in the cafe? I need the money and I don't want to lose my job completely. Jenny from the Gold Coast. Okay. Here, let's answer it from a employer's perspective. You know, keeping someone employed during tough times, you're getting the JobKeeper, they're still getting holiday pay, they're still getting sick leave entitlements or superannuation. All of these other costs are being met by the boss. They're being met by the boss. So it's not free to hire this person. So if they will if the person is willing to help keep your businesses going so you can survive, you're probably more inclined to keep them when times get good. Or if they, kick you on the ground and go, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to sit. I just want to get the full payment doing less work. What do you think? What do you think, guys? It's about a bit of give and take, isn't it? That's what business used to be, having a relationship with your employees. But let's listen to the lawyer's answer. So based on the information you've provided, we can't be certain if your boss is rorting the system or potentially exploiting you. We can, however, give some general advice about your rights and the JobKeeper scheme, which will help you determine if you're potentially being taken for a ride. By qualifying for the JobKeeper scheme, your employer must pass on the full $1,500 payment to you. It's not clear if you are working the same hours you always have, or if your working hours have decreased because of the cafe's reduced opening hours. That said, if you do not usually earn $1,500 per fortnight, you are still entitled to the full payment and do not have to increase your usual hours to receive the full amount. See, that is just insane. That just shows you that this entire scheme was rushed out. Some people could be better off on the JobKeeper scheme than they normally would be. So is this either government incompetence or done by intent with the hope that these people will just fritter away the money in the economy to keep everything stimulated? There have been some changes made to the law, the Fair Work Act 2009, called JobKeeper Enabling Directions, which allow your employer to change where you are to work, what your duties are, and if necessary, stand you down. However, any of these changes, such as to perform cleaning duties, are subject to a number of restrictions and must be reasonable in all the circumstances. Well, asking someone to clean, I can't imagine, would be considered unreasonable compared to working in a cafe. Comply with any requirements to provide notice or consult that already apply to your employment arrangement. Be in writing. When looking at the reasonableness of the change in duties. They should be within your skills and competency and be safe given the nature and spread of the pandemic. Well, it's hardly existing in Queensland, so that I wouldn't worry about that. And I mean, going from working in a cafe to cleaning isn't a high-skilled job. Okay, who are we kidding? It's not a high-skilled job. It's a low-skilled job. People hire people to do it because you don't want to do it, because it's a pain in the ass. I got to know all the cleaners when I was a student working in architectural practices because I'd often be back late. And it's good money. It's good money. Where a change duty requires you to have a license or qualification, we're not talking about that. It's cleaning. You don't need a license. Well, yet, don't even mention it. The government might implement a Cert 4 or a diploma in cleanology, and you have to go to TAFE and do it. And then they say, look at all this training we're providing. Utterly pointless certificates that add really no value. But we're training people, and all the idiots go, oh, yes, we need that. We need that training. You know, it'll be like the South Park episode with the Toilet Safety Authority where you need a certificate to wipe your ass. That's where we're headed, guys. That's job creation, that's education, that's reducing unemployment. Looks good on the numbers. Where a change duty requires you to have a license or qualification, you should have the relevant license or qualification, and it should be reasonably within the scope of your employer's business. Your employer must also hold a reasonable belief that the change in duties is necessary for your continued employment or the continued employment of other employees. Whether your employer can lawfully direct a change in duties will also depend on what your contract of employment, award, or enterprise agreement says. It may contain a clause permitting your employer to change your duties, sometimes without your agreement, so check your contract or industrial instrument if you have one. What your employer can and cannot do with respect to changing your duties may also be affected by the business structure in place and who actually employs you. For example, whether it is the cafe, the cleaning business, or another entity altogether. Any of the directions made by your employer, such as to change your duties and location of work, can be disputed before the Fair Work Commission. We suggest getting legal advice quickly so you know where you stand. Well, there you go. I mean, there you have the lawyer's take on it. And it's good to see lawyers adding so much value to our civilization. Really is, really is. And that's a joke. What do you think about this one, guys? Do you think she's being exploited because she's being asked to clean? Back in the day, wouldn't people be happy to have a job? Maybe she's too good for cleaning. Maybe some people need to be humbled. Well, maybe that'll happen once all the support mechanisms get removed from the economy. As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You could buy a merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode.